No, please.
Angie.
No!
Angie! It's all right. You were dreaming.
Dreaming. Oh, thank God.
Same dream?
Yes.
If you talk about it, you'll stop dreaming it.
Oh, thank you, Sigmund.
You're shaking. Tell me.
I was having dinner at Sardi's. I was naked. Suddenly, 2 men were dragging me through the room. A woman was pointing at me, screaming, "She did it! She did it!" I think it was Emma Thompson. Lightning in the wintertime. That's bad luck.
What is it? What's wrong?
I can't go through with it.
What the hell are you talking about? You have to go through with it.
I can't. There must be another way.
You're having last-minute nerves. Relax.
I'm having a breakdown, and you tell me to relax? We've got to call it off.
We can't call it off.
Ted, I'll do anything for you. Anything at all. But I can't.
Don't be afraid to say it.
I can't commit murder. I'm too civilized and too rich.
The rich get away with murder. Besides, I'm the one pulling the trigger, not you.
Ted, you're not on drugs, are you?
We've got to kill him.
Divorce would be simpler.
Who would want to divorce the 15th richest woman in America?
You've got a point. An idiotic one, but a point.
Why the hell did you marry him?
Darling, try to understand. I was 18. Whoever said women were more mature than men at that age never met me. It was all lawyers and trust funds and guardians, and I just wanted to go dancing.
Are you in love with him?
Madly. He was the most charming man I'd ever met. And he was so beautiful. I've always been a sucker for a beautiful man. As a sunset.
You're the only woman I've ever known who could make me laugh.
Really? How very odd. I'm the only woman you've ever known. The rest were girls.
Come here.
We can't. We just did, so we can't.
There's time.
Sex is not the answer to everything. On the other hand, will you make me forget what a wreck my life is? Will you make me forget that we made love 2 hours before we're about to plan to murder my husband? Doesn't exactly make me feel like Mother Teresa.
How about a drink?
Your slip is showing. Look at him. Do you know he played Cyrano with a pug nose? Why didn't we go upstairs?
Oh, we were about to have a drink when I got that old feeling. The floor was closer.
Glad we weren't at the opera.
And God said, let there be light.
No, Palmer said let there be light. His favorite toy. He hits himself with a pink gel every time he wants to look like the student prince.
Do you still make it with him?
Make what? Oh, that. We've had separate bedrooms since the Ice Age. Every 6 months, Palmer extends an invitation, like the dentist.
Do you accept?
Not since I met you. I'm a one-man woman. At least a one-man-at-a-time woman.
Well, tonight Palmer won't be sleeping in his bedroom. Tonight he'll be sleeping in a drawer.
Like a pair of socks. Darling, don't make me do this.
You've got to do this. And it's got to be tonight. We're running out of time.
I don't understand it when you say that. I never have. Why are we in such a hurry? We have the rest of our lives.
We've got to do it before he...
Before he what?
Before he finds out about us. Angie, it's got to be tonight.
But Ted, I'm so terrified of Palmer. There are things I've been afraid to tell you. Terrible things. Something awful happened last summer.
What things? What happened last summer?
Palmer and I own a house in East Hampton. Actually, I own it, Palmer just shows up. One weekend last June, we gave a party. The usual crowd, everyone you leave town to avoid. Someone brought a woman named Stevie Jessup. I never met her, I was late getting out that weekend, but apparently she was a knockout. Everyone was salivating in the room by the time I got there, but Jessup was gone. She'd gone for a walk in the dunes. She never came back from that walk. Ever. I don't know what time the party broke up. There was a storm, I fell asleep.
Where was Palmer?
Oh, didn't I tell you? Palmer went for a walk in the dunes too.
Go on.
I thought I heard something in the kitchen. When I opened the door, Palmer was standing at the sink washing his hands. He was covered in blood, drenched in it. He said he'd been in an accident. He was driving back from town and he hit a dog. By the amount of blood, it must have been a St. Bernard. Someone must have reported Jessup missing. The police came at about 4 in the morning. They found her clothes in the dunes behind the house. They found her pants with her watch and her wallet, so there was no robbery. Palmer said he didn't know Jessup, that she must have crashed or come with another guest.
She could have crashed. You know how those parties are. Didn't they come up with anything else?
The police in the Hamptons don't even know the way to the beach. They questioned everyone who saw her at the party. They traced her to New York. I know they found her room. We got a report about that, but they never found her. Just another drowning.
You don't think she drowned. You think Palmer killed her.
So does someone else.
What do you mean?
About 4 days later, Palmer received a letter. Newspaper print, cut and pasted on butcher paper, like in the movies. You killed Stevie Jessup and buried her in the dunes. Put $25,000 in unmarked bills in a small suitcase. Drop it at the State Line Lookout, Palisades Parkway, 2 a.m., next Thursday night, etc., etc., etc. Palmer went to pieces. It was an accident, I swear to you. She fell, she hit her on a piece of driftwood. I panicked, I did bury her, Angie. Oh, help me, please. Don't put me in prison. I look terrible in stripes. And then he cried. Real tears. And I thought his Cyrano was bad.
So you paid?
Yes, I paid. A few weeks later, Palmer received another letter.
Another 25.
50. I said it had to stop, that I wouldn't pay anymore.
How to take the news?
He wasn't happy.
Well, think of it this way. Killing Palmer's gonna save you a lot of money.
You make it sound like a deductible.
I'm glad you told me. It makes what we're doing easier.
Then what? What if I forget something?
You won't.
But there's so much to remember. The locks, the chloroform, and what about Larry? I don't like involving a third person.
Don't worry about Larry. He just happens to be a killer. In my neighborhood, every family has one. Look, he's a pro. And he doesn't have to kill anyone. He just has to pretend to be a junkie and fake a robbery.
But why hire a killer to do that?
Because I don't know any professional robbery fakers. Look, he's not your average goon. He had 2 years of college before he went into the family business. We're good buddies.
Some good buddy. We have to pay him $10,000 to play parlor tricks.
Did you put the money in the safe?
Yes, last night.
You checked out everything else you know what to report missing.
Yes. I still don't like it. Larry, what's his last name?
Prosciutto.
I'll never order prosciutto and melon again for as long as I live. Your buddy might not be so friendly when he finds out he's been set up for Palmer's murder.
How many times do I have to tell you that I'm not setting him up? The police will be looking for a junkie, not a hitman.
I don't think it's wise to underestimate the police. They just pretend to be stupid.
Angie, this is New York. They're not pretending. Look, 4 very prominent New Yorkers testify that they were robbed by a junkie, that Palmer was killed by a junkie. They will look for a junkie. There's no reason for anyone to suspect that this is a hit. Angie, it's going to work out. I promise you. Starting tomorrow, it's just us. You put it all together, baby. You make it all work. I can't lose that. I won't lose that. Ever.
Don't call me baby. With my luck, it's the CIA. Hello? Gert! Hello! 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 Fine. Nothing's wrong. You are coming. Lovely. 11:30, not a minute later. Oh, nothing. It's been a lazy day. Can't seem to stay out of bed. No, just us. And Ted Cotton, Palmer's agent. Yes, sweet boy. Uh-huh. See you soon. Bye-bye. My sweet boy. My sweet boy, oh boy, oh boy.
You've got to get
Into the damn dress. Yeah. You look adorable.
All for you. Nervous?
Why should I be nervous? What's a little murder among friends? Oh my God, we forgot the gun!
Oh, holy Jesus!
I knew we'd forget something, but I didn't think it'd be the gun.
Here,
You do it.
you do it. I showed you where.
But I don't even like touching the damn thing.
Don't worry, the safety catch is on.
Should I wrap it in something? My fingerprints will be all over it.
So will mine. Who cares? Tomorrow it will be in the East River.
Why do we have to take it to the desk? Why can't you just carry it on you?
The way these clothes are cut, I look like I had a damn tumor. We're halfway home. Jesus! Christ!
I'm gonna faint. Am I shot? I'm gonna faint!
You're not shot. Don't faint. Put your head between my legs. Your legs. What happened?
You pulled the trigger. That's what happened.
I pulled the trigger. You pulled the trigger. You blew a hole in the goddamn floor.
Thank God the people downstairs are away. I could have killed one of them.
Fuck the people downstairs. You could have killed me.
I'll never get through tonight. The Three Stooges would be better at this than we are.
We'll be fine. You'll be fine, and I'll be fine. We'll both be fine. Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Breathe deeply.
Breathe deeply.
Get dressed.
Trust.
Tape the gun to the desk.
You do it.
You do it.
I'll do it.
Remember, baby, starting tomorrow, it's just us.
Tomorrow? I don't think I could even make it up the stairs. Don't call me baby.
Ah, shit. For God's sake, Palmer, open the safe. Hand over. No. For God's sake, Palmer, open the safe. Give him anything he wants. Give him anything he wants. Give him anything he... Oh, Jesus.
Hello, Dolly. Oh, hello, Dolly. I hate this dress.
You have to wear it. I told you you'd be in red. You look spectacular.
Thank you, darling. All I ever get from Palmer is, not bad for an old broad. What time is it?
10:30. What about the gun?
It's taped to the desk on the left. There's no way anyone can see it. I think I need a drink. If only we had more time.
I told you there isn't any more time.
This isn't happening. This can't be happening. Not tonight. I need more time. You've got to give me more time.
Okay! Forget it! Fuck it! It's over! God damn it! What the hell is wrong with me? I could walk away from anyone I ever met till you.
Darling, I'll do it, but not tonight. Please, not tonight.
All right. I'll try to buy some more time. It's Ted. Forget it. It's off. We can't go tonight. I know, but yes, I know. Now wait a minute. Wait a. I know. I understand. Yes, I understand.
What is it? What did he say?
There's no cancellation clause in the contract.
Call him back. Offer him more to call it off.
It's too late. He's already on his way.
Oh my God.
We've got to go over everything.
Why did you tell him I'd be in red? I look terrible in red.
Because he might chloroform you instead of Gert. I had to identify you some way.
You should have told him beige. I look wonderful in beige. I'm so scared of that damn chloroform.
Easy. Take a breath. Ready?
Ready. 11 o'clock.
Palmer arrives.
11:30.
The Sadenbergs arrive.
I hate involving Gert and Marshall in this.
We need them. If it was just the two of us, it could look like a setup. 11:45.
You go into the kitchen. Why do you go into the kitchen?
You know why I go into the kitchen.
I know why you actually go into the kitchen, but what are you going to tell everyone else? You need a reason to go into the kitchen.
More wine.
Not very original.
I like it. Where were we?
In the kitchen.
I go downstairs and jimmy the lock on the service door from the outside. Come upstairs, jimmy the lock on the kitchen door from the outside, grab a bottle of wine, and I'm here.
You timed it, didn't you?
Twice. 3.5 minutes, 4 at the most.
Then, just before midnight, Larry arrives, your good buddy.
He robs us, but he wants more. He wants cash. He asks about a safe. I tell him, for God's sake, Palmer, open the safe. Give him anything he wants.
You've been rehearsing.
He forces me to tie up Gert, you, and Marshall. He chloroforms them and pretends to chloroform you. He does not, I repeat, does not chloroform the lady in red.
Then he forces you and Palmer upstairs.
Once we're in the bedroom and Palmer unlocks the safe, Larry's job is done. He takes what he can get and beats it the hell out of town. I take the gun from the desk and bingo! You're the Merry Widow. I wonder what Palmer will think when he sees his agent holding a gun on him.
That you want your commission.
After I kill him, I come downstairs and tie myself up. I pretend to be chloroformed. Then, we wait. Gert and Marshall come too. They revive us, we call the cops, and there you have it. 4 very distinguished New Yorkers have been brutally mugged and witnessed a fading Broadway star go to the big stage in the sky. Another victim of Fun City. Well then, that's that.
Yes, that's that. Come to Mama.
How about we win a bottle of wine? You got time for one glass before the floor show?
I wonder where we'll be 6 months from now. In bed, I trust. They should engrave
Hello, Angel.
He's here.
It can't be, it's only...
In here, darling.
Behold, he has arrived.
Hello, darling. I'm so happy you're home.
You're early!
We came down early. No laughs, but I got even. I didn't even smile at the curtain call. Hello, Teddy.
Well, Palmer?
Cheer up. You look like that audience I just left. What's new?
We have a surprise for you.
They found Amelia Earhart.
Dom Perignon. Marshall sent over a case.
Hell, Gert will go through that before midnight. Turn around, darling. Let me look at you.
Do you approve?
Absolutely. Pity it's on backwards. Ted, what other woman do you know my wife's age who could get away with that dress?
What a sweet compliment.
Not bad for an old broad.
You never fail me.
Ted, are you nailed to that spot? How about fixing your most prestigious client a martini? Very dry.
Darling, it's New Year's Eve. We have lovely wine. Ted was just dropping a bottle.
Opening a bottle.
That's what I meant.
Tradition. What a load of crap. Ted, be good agent. Martini.
I guess we better let him have his way.
Isn't it a little bright in here? You could televise a hockey match. Ah, yes. That's much better.
How was it tonight?
It sucked. What time did Gert and Marshall get here?
Too soon. I'd better see if I'm still together. Whoever invented makeup should be boiled in it.
Max Factor. I think that's how he went. Poor devil. Anything to nosh, darling? I'm starving.
In a minute.
Here you are, sire.
A masterpiece. Well, here we are, Teddy. Another year older. How do you feel?
Another year older.
Everything set?
Everything's set.
Just before midnight.
Just before midnight.
Well then, come to Papa. Rush out of that theater like a madman. I could have taken another bow.
I'm sorry. I was having a case of last-minute nerves. I'm all right now.
You're sure? No second thoughts.
No second thoughts.
Good. When we started this, you were quite agreeable to the nasty deeds and to its rewards.
I still am.
Does that mean me or my wife's fortune?
Both.
Sweet, greedy Teddy. You seem a little edgy.
It isn't as easy as I thought it would be.
Life is like that.
All these weeks we've been planning. She's been invisible. She's been Mrs. Palmer Forrester.
And now?
She's a friend.
Why, Teddy, don't tell me you've got a crush on my wife.
You know me better than that.
Yes, I do, and I'm not insensitive. I know it's more difficult to murder a friend than a stranger, but that's show business. Ted, how is it with us?
You know how it is.
Tell me again.
It's going to work out. I promise you. Starting tomorrow, it's just us. You put it all together, baby. You make it all work. I can't lose that. I won't lose that. Ever.
Understated, but effective. And don't call me baby.
Sorry.
Sweet, greedy, simple Teddy. You mustn't be sentimental about Angela. She's not at all the woman you think she is.
What do you mean?
If only you knew.
If only I knew what.
How your innocent dreams would shatter.
For Christ's sake, Palmer, what the hell are you talking about?
Maybe I should tell you. You're old enough to hang out with the grown-ups now.
Tell me what?
Something terrible happened last summer.
Last summer.
I promised myself I wouldn't tell anybody, but you have the right to know.
Then tell me.
Angie and I own a sweet little cottage in East Hampton. Nothing much, 17 rooms. One morning, I met a young woman. She was very attractive. Her name was Stevie Jessup. You of all people should understand. Boys will be boys. Before we knew it, we were playing 50 Shades in the Dunes. The last week in June, Angie and I threw a party. Stevie showed up, had a few drinks, then left. I was going to meet her later, at the beach. When I got there, there was no one. I waited. I was frightened. Somehow I felt someone was watching me. Then I found Stevie, still sticky with blood, still warm when I touched her. Her heart had been cut out.
Jesus Christ.
I panicked. I was sure the police would think I killed her, so I...
You buried her in the dunes.
Yes.
Did you see anyone? Do you know?
You fool.
No, she couldn't.
When I got back to the house, she was in the kitchen, washing the blood off her hands, off a knife. She looked like she'd been in a train wreck.
Why?
Because, in her own perverse way, she loves me. I think she'd rather see me dead than move on. Somehow, she found out about me and Stevie, and look what happened to her.
What about the police?
They assumed she drowned. There were the usual questions, but nothing. Tragic, really. Lovely girl.
I can't believe it.
Believe it? Someone else does. She's been paying someone blackmail ever since Stevie disappeared. I found the letters in a shoebox in her dressing room. Cut up newsprint, pasted on butcher paper. Obviously an amateur.
Why the hell didn't you tell me any of this sooner?
Why would it have mattered?
No.
Why, Teddy? I think I see fear in your eyes. Lightning in the wintertime. That's good luck. Ted, when you called me in my dressing room tonight, you were careful. She couldn't have overheard.
No. She was upstairs, dressing. Why the hell don't you just divorce her?
And be left penniless. It's a little late in life to moving into the YMCA. So, go as we planned.
We go as planned. Maybe we should run it.
Why? I know my lines.
Just to be sure.
I feel like I'm back in stock. All right, run it.
11 o'clock.
I ride. So far, we're in.
11:30.
Burton Marshall ride. A few minutes of pleasant chit-chat. Thanks to me. Champagne, caviar.
11:45.
What?
The kitchen.
You go into kitchen to get napkins.
Wine.
Wine.
Wine sounds better than napkins. Napkins are dull.
If you say so. Then I keep everybody highly amused while you play locksmith. How long will that take?
3.5 minutes, 4 at the most.
Then, just before midnight, Larry arrives.
Yes, your good friend, Mr. Prosciutto. I hope you can handle this.
For $10,000, he can handle anything.
10 grand is a hell of a lot of dough just to fake a robbery.
Inflation. That's every cent I could beg, borrow, or steal. Unfortunately, it has to be repaid. And it will, once my wife is laid to rest. I hope she likes mahogany.
He forces me to tie up Angie and the Sadenbergs. I help him chloroform the 3 of them at gunpoint.
Of course. Then, we take Larry upstairs. I open the safe, give him what's in it, and pay him. He takes off. He's out of it. Then, we come downstairs, and I give Angela another dose of chloroform. An overdose, so to speak. And the police start looking for the junkie who robbed us and killed Mrs. Forrester while he's at it. It's perfect, isn't it?
The chloroform seems so brutal.
You could always bore her to death.
Thanks. You check the safe, you know what to report?
Of course.
What about Larry's money?
Right here.
It's time.
So it is.
Palmer, what would you do if I did want to call it off?
Nothing much. Just call the agency and tell them you're a sissy.
Do you still make it with her?
Sometimes. When I don't have a headache.
Come on. Do you?
Why, Teddy? You're jealous.
If only you knew how much.
Ah, there she is. You look lovely, darling. You could take my breath away.
That's the idea.
I wish there were 2 of you. What a pair of bookends you'd make.
Sorry I was so long. I broke a heel. What have you two been talking about?
How you spent your summer vacation.
Angie, do you need any help in the kitchen?
Oh, Ted, you're an angel. Everything's set, just bring it in.
Why don't you show me?
Oh, Palmer, you didn't hang up your coat.
Didn't I? How shocking.
Angie, I've got to talk to you.
What's wrong?
That story you told me about Stevie Jessup.
Not now.
Are you telling me the truth? Angie, I've got to know.
You've got to know what?
Now that's what I call timing. Darling, open the wine, would you? I'll get the door. Darling, Marshall dear.
Here we are, right on time. Happy New Year.
To all of us.
Angie, you look glorious. Where's Risky then?
Behind the bar, where else? Marshall, let me help you with that.
Hello, Dirty Gertie. How's your ass?
Beginning to go, like the rest of me. Wanna feel? How's yours?
Firm as a teenager's. Wanna feel?
No thanks.
Where'd you get that cake, Bella Lugosi? Sadie! How's my favorite producer?
Dying.
Let me pour you a glass of New Year's cheer.
Gert, what a marvelous cape.
Isn't it?
Gert, that dress. My God, that dress.
Isn't it divine? It makes me feel fabulous.
But I thought you were going to wear that hideous green thing you got in St. Thomas.
Yes, I thought you said you loved it.
Oh, well, you look marvelous in that color.
I must say, I've never had quite a reaction to a dress before.
Your love?
Thank you, sweetheart. Maybe I should have worn black.
Actually, it would have been appropriate.
Why? Is someone in mourning?
Almost.
Angie, I know, you wanted to be the only one wearing red.
As a matter of fact, I did.
Well, now we have two beautiful ladies in red.
How was the house tonight?
Small but hostile.
Now, we are not going to stand here all evening and talk shop. Mar, you promised. No grosses.
All right. You two look like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman.
Hello! Happy New Year!
That's clever.
Hi, Ted. Wherever I go, there's always an agent. Why is that?
But he doesn't look like an agent. He's over 5'6". Hi, Ted.
Have you ever wondered why they're so small? I think about it all the time.
Gert! That dress! My God, that dress!
Jesus, I wish I'd worn it.
I'm going to have to start wearing it more often.
What color would you call that exactly?
Red?
That's what I thought.
It's called Scarlet Tangerine. Angie, you really saved our lives this year. What a lovely idea to just stand around and get dead drunk.
I hate all that 12 o'clock racket. This is much more dignified.
We weren't invited anywhere either.
Gert, you look cold. Why don't you put on your coat?
Cape.
Cape?
She wore a cape.
Why don't you put on your cape?
Did you two take something before I arrived?
It is a little chilly in here. I could get you something to put on. A shawl.
Oh, no thank you. I'm not cold. I don't need a shawl or a cane or a tin cup. Is there something funny going on?
Don't ask.
So, what's new with the Sadenbergs? Been making New Year's resolutions?
I haven't.
I made one. Next time I produce a play, I do it out of New York. No offense.
How are things at the theater?
A woman in the box office fainted yesterday.
Why? Did someone buy a ticket?
Gert, this play is going to run.
Not unless we put it on wheels and push it down the hill.
Let's not talk about it. I mean, those notices.
Come on, Sadie. They weren't that bad.
As funny as a cry for help is, it's not considered good notice.
Especially for a comedy.
Thank God the critics were kind to me.
Yes, he was.
What time is it? I want to watch the ball drop.
What ball?
Television, Times Square. He watches it every year. He likes the countdown.
I do not.
I think I'll go powder my nose.
Not now, Gert. Any more powder and you'll look like Louis XIV.
I'm going to powder my nose. I'm going to powder my nose.
Good for you, Gert.
Wait! Let's have a toast. Then you can powder your goddamn nose.
Forget it. I'll powder it later.
Teddy, you were always so clever with words. Why don't you do the honors?
Yes. We have a lot to drink to tonight. To the truth.
There's one thing I don't need. It's the truth.
I'm with you. Cheers.
L'chaim.
Chin chin.
Up, everybody.
Gert, you always know what's happening. What's the latest scandal?
Oh, I don't know a damn thing. Unless you mean that terrible story about...
Gert, that's a mean story and it's not true.
I didn't say it was true. I said it was terrible.
I'm going to love it.
Apparently, one of our most cherished celebrities is stepping out on his wife
That's it?
with another man.
You could make a living dropping bottles. Here,
Sorry.
be careful. Spill any more. Here, let me get you some more.
Well, thank you.
Of course, of course. Oh, you still have so much. You're gonna drink all that up, aren't you? And
Oh my gosh!
I'm so sorry.
I barely even had it
Oh,
on!
I'm so sorry.
Oh my
You
goodness!
should really get out of that before the stain sets. Oh, you could put on something of mine, something black or white or anything. Maybe a print. Oh, Ted, would you get rid of these in the kitchen?
Yes! Why don't I get rid of these in the kitchen?
And bring in another bottle of wine, won't you, Teddy?
Yes, more wine. Let's all have some more wine.
More wine! I'll get more wine! I won't be long. 3.5 minutes. 4 at the most!
Where are you going?
I dropped my dress in the kitchen.
No!
You can do that upstairs.
She can't go upstairs.
Why not?
Because it's almost midnight. You've got to be in this room at midnight.
Why?
Because it's New Year's fucking Eve, that's why. Just bunch off the bar. Andy, told her.
Gert, I want you to promise me never to wear that to an opening. How much did that cost me again?
About 1.5% of the gross?
Well, there goes $12 down the drain.
Well, this is going to stain. Angie, do you have any spot remover?
No.
Yes, of course I've got spot remover. It's upstairs. Go up and get it.
Use club
We're
soda.
out of club soda.
You're a pain in the ass, Gert.
That is for one of you.
Hurry, go and get it, Gert.
And hurry back, goddammit.
Take your time. You've got plenty of time.
All right, I'll hurry up and take my time.
It's almost midnight, isn't it? I'm having such a lovely time. Why don't we turn on the set? We wouldn't want to miss Times Square, would we?
Turn it on yourself.
I guess I'm excited. It's almost the new year.
How is everything in the kitchen?
I was just about to ask the same thing.
It's great.
Where's the wine?
What wine?
You went into the kitchen to get more wine.
Did I?
Don't worry, Ted. We have plenty here. Look at all this lovely wine. Who wants some?
Ooh, piggy do, piggy do.
Would you?
Wait, ladies first. I'm sure Gert is dying of
But
thirst.
she's probably into the spot remover by now.
Ted, bring us up to our Gertie, then bring her down.
For God's sakes, leave Gert alone!
Everybody stay exactly where you are.
What the hell?
Oh my God.
Who are you? What?
Shut up! All of you. I'm gonna make this as easy as I can. Don't move. None of you. This ain't no toy. Now listen to me. All of you. Move! Fast! There. I think that I have...
For God's sakes, Gert, stand still. Do exactly as he says.
He's right, lady. You want him to live a long time?
Please don't hurt him!
Then get your ass down here fast! You! Turn off some lights! Hey, wait! Wait a minute. Why are you two dressed alike?
Oh, we're not. I'm in red. She's in scarlet tangerine.
Okay. The lights! Is that your purse?
Uh-huh.
Empty it with the other stuff. Okay, the both of you over here. You in the chair. Oh no, this shit won't keep me going 2 days. Now listen to me, all of you. You've got a safe in I ask you, you got a safe?
Oh, for God's sake, Palmer, open the safe. Give him anything he wants.
Hey, lady, that's very smart.
It's uncanny.
We do have a safe. I'm his wife. I should know.
Yeah, all you rich people got safes. This your place, huh?
Yes, it's upstairs.
Then you're gonna open it. You, Junior, tie him up.
Oh, for God's sakes, Ted, do as he says.
Those two back to back. Her in the chair.
Marshall.
Don't worry, if we do what he says, he won't hurt us.
Now you got the right idea, mister. Take it easy. I'm not in good shape. I need fixing bad. I wouldn't want this to go off. Tie him tight, kid. Your life depends on it. Hey, you got some nice place here.
Your seam's crooked.
But you could use a little color. What's the matter? You don't like color? Little blue, little green, little purple.
We're being mugged by an interior decorator.
Now, we're going to take a little nap. This way, everybody stays off the phone a long time. This is chloroform. You heard of that?
No, you can't, Marshall.
Shut up! You, with the rope. When we finish, we're going to see how good you play nurse. I'm going to need a little help.
I can't do that.
You do like I say. Or would you rather watch while I blow this nice lady's head open?
You wouldn't dare.
Oh no? I'm a mean dude, man. Once I killed a puppy dog. Then I ate it. You got him tied good?
Yes.
Then pour.
I don't know how much I could kill someone.
Well, then you go to jail. Hey, it's not bad. I've been there. You'd be very popular there, pretty boy. Pour. Now put it down, nice and easy. Put the top on it. Now, stand over there with the head honcho.
Oh, God. Oh, no, Marshall.
No! If you hurt her, I'll kill you! I swear I will! Gert! Gert!
You got a big mouth, mister. But we're gonna fix that right now. Now you.
No, please, don't.
Now, it's done. Hey, it's pretty good, huh?
Inspiring. Like me playing Shaw.
Okay, now upstairs, open the safe.
Angela?
And let's get ready to count together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! We did it!
Jesus! I mean, what a way to start the new year.
Poor Teddy. That boy was like a son to me. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I guess I'll go with the William Morris Agency. I shan't play the matinee tomorrow. I'm too shattered.
But it's New Year's Day. We have half a house.
I don't care if it's Yom Kippur and they're hanging from the rafters. I'm not playing.
You and Palmer should stay with us tonight. Every reporter in town's going to be on your doorstep in the morning. My God, will you see the Post tomorrow? Thank you, darling. That's very sweet of you. Palmer, you and Angie are staying with us tonight.
Nonsense.
We wouldn't dream of leaving you, would we, Mar?
Gert, it is very sweet of you to offer, but we're both quite all right.
You do the same for us. God, I hope you never have to.
Gert, you must be exhausted. You've been crying for 3 hours. Why don't you give us all a break and go home?
Palmer's right, Gert. You should get some rest. I've still got a headache from that damn chloroform.
Come on, Gert, let's go home.
I've got to powder my nose.
Is that all she ever does?
The first thing I do when I get home is going to be burn the stress. Oh,
Make sure you're not in it, Gert.
what's that?
The police tape.
They left it as a souvenir.
Oh, I'm too pooped to powder my nose. I'll powder it the next time I'm here.
It must have been awful to see Ted killed in that way.
And to step over him when you came down to revive us. All that blood.
I didn't have to revive Angie.
You didn't?
No, when I came out of the bedroom, she was fully conscious, standing at the foot of the stairs. Weren't you, darling?
But you were in the chair. How did you untie yourself?
I've had a lot of practice.
Gert, you know her, Angie. She's clever. More than clever, she's inspiring.
Like you playing Shaw. I've always been good at untying knots. I was a brownie.
You were? I didn't know that. What the hell is a brownie?
I don't know how I untied myself. I was in shock. Obviously, they used less chloroform on me than they did on you. I only blacked out for a few seconds. When I came to, I just untied my hands. I went to phone for the police when I heard a gun go off. When I heard the shot, I thought for sure you were dead.
Well, that's one thing to be grateful for. It wasn't either of you. You've still got each other.
Yes.
I'll drink to that.
Drink to anything.
Can I ask a question? Why was everybody so edgy tonight? Before the robbery, I mean?
Yeah, and what was all that about getting Gert up and down the stairs before midnight?
An old superstition. On New Year's, everyone in a party has to be in the same room at midnight, or someone will die.
Oh, I'm going to pay attention to that one.
Sadie, will you do me a favor and take Gert home? I'm about to collapse.
Come on, Gert.
I'm not leaving until I know Angie's all right.
Gert, Angie is in perfect health. She could probably dance the night away. I, on the other hand, am extremely ill.
I'm fine, Gert, really.
All right. All right. Good night, you two.
Good night, Gert. Sorry to see you rush off this way.
Remember, everything will look better in the morning.
What about Gert?
Yeah, well,
Let's do this again next year. We can make it a tradition. Wow, isn't this a tense little moment?
I'm not tense. Why should I be tense? Are you tense?
This room is absolutely vibrant with tension.
That's not tension. That's rigor mortis. We're dead, Palmer. Both of us. After tonight, we're dead.
You, my darling, have been dead for quite some time. I've been meaning to talk to you about it, but the holidays have been hectic. I, however, am thrillingly alive and intend to stay that way.
Ted was alive, but he's not anymore.
Are you telling me to watch my step?
I'm telling you, he was alive, but he's not anymore.
Is this my Angela, this Medea?
I'm tired. I'm going upstairs.
You're not really going to sleep in that room tonight, are you?
No, I can't.
You can sleep in my room. I'll be quite comfortable here on the couch.
It's very sweet of you.
Oh, Angie, darling,
Yes?
what was all that about Bert's dress?
What dress?
The dress she was wearing?
The red dress.
Not red, dear. Scarlet tangerine. When you saw it, you nearly went to cardiac arrest. So did Ted.
I was surprised, that's all. She told me she was going to wear green. You know I like to be the only one in whatever color I wear.
Why was Ted surprised?
Was he?
Unless he was having a seizure.
Good night, Palmer.
Oh, Angie,
Yes?
I'm lonesome. Talk to me.
I've just spent the evening with New York's finest. I don't feel like talking.
Please.
What do you want to talk about?
The American dream. Tell me something, darling. Why did you tell the junkie we had a safe?
Because we do.
That's a direct answer.
I'd like to ask you a question. Why would a careful man like, Ted, try to take a gun away from a raving junkie?
You know how aggressive agents are.
That is what you said happened.
Yes, that's what I said happened.
I'm exhausted. I can't talk anymore. Good night.
Angie,
What is it?
before you retire for the evening, there is one more question I'd like to ask you.
Yes?
Can you come down here? Please, darling, we can't talk this way. Now tell me what the fuck is going on!
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know goddamn well what I'm talking about! I'm in red, she's in scarlet tangerine. Open the safe, Palmer, give him anything he wants. Do you think I'm stupid?
I wonder about it from time to time.
That was a signal. To Ted, or was it somebody else?
It wasn't a signal to anyone.
He didn't use any chloroform on you, and you know it!
He did!
Inspiring, like me playing Shaw. I said that after you were chloroformed. Palmer Forster speaking. Lieutenant, Brandon isn't. Certainly. How can I be of further service? Yes, I see. I'll come right away. You don't need my wife, do you? She's simply worn out, poor darling. Thank you, that's very kind of you. Not at all. It's my pleasure. We must do whatever we can to catch this monster. Goodbye.
The police?
Yes, they want me to come down to the station.
Now?
Yes, now. They have a suspect. They want me to identify him.
How can you identify him? He was wearing a mask.
There are many ways to identify a man. His height, his voice.
I'm going to call Gert and Marshall. I don't want to be alone here tonight.
You're not going to call Burton Marshall. You're not going to call anybody. You're going to do exactly what I tell you to do. Because if you don't, I will tell the police that I found $10,000 in the safe when I opened it for that junkie. $10,000 that wasn't there when I opened the safe the night before. That sounds like payoff to me. What does it sound like to you?
That was my house money.
I'd like to see you explain that to Lieutenant Brennan.
Be careful, Palmer. Be very careful.
A threat from Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm.
If you tell anything about the money to Brennan, I'll tell him that you murdered Stevie Jessup and buried her in the dunes.
You do that little thing, sweetheart.
What's so funny? I could use a laugh.
Tell Brennan all about it. Then tell him where to find the body.
I'll find it if I have to dig up every dune in the Hamptons. East, south, west, and bridge.
I dug her up and moved her
Where?
to a vault in the Chase Manhattan. Angie, you really are a bore. I'll be back very soon, and I want you here When I return, wide awake, we will continue to discuss the curious events this evening. And in my absence, you can think of some witty repartee. And Angie, don't even think of running. Don't even think of it.
Don't even think of running. Don't even think of it.
Mrs. Forrester, we've never met. My name is Stevie Jessup.
You can't be Stevie Jessup. She's dead. You're Larry Prosciutto.
I'm not Larry Prosciutto. There is no Larry Prosciutto. I'm Stevie Jessup.
But Palmer killed you. He buried you in the dunes. I paid thousands to
Palmer,
Palmer.
Palmer,
I don't understand.
listen to me, and you will. One weekend last summer, I was bumming around in the Hamptons, working out in the dunes, push-ups, knee bends, keep it in shape, you know. Someone was watching me. I could feel it. And there he was, the one and only Palmer Forrester in person. Beach umbrella, cashmere blanket, pitcher full of martinis.
Palmer likes to rough it.
Halfway through the martinis, we discovered we had a mutual need, money. Palmer was in debt to the shacks, and I was just broke. Palmer said he could get his hands on some of yours, but he needed help. I show up at your pad, see? I'm in my white bathing suit, I'm all tan, and I look great. I get a lot of attention. Then, I disappear.
And how do you do that?
I take a walk in the dunes. An hour later, Palmer brings me some of his clothes. I leave mine in the dunes. Wallet, keys, ID, everything. I don't go back to the paddy. I don't go back to my pad in New York. Palmer splatters himself with a little fake blood, does a number on you, then calls the police and tells them one of your guests is missing. They find my clothes. They ask a few questions, but nobody knows anything. The next day, they find my pad in town, empty, not a trace of me. When I walked off the beach, that was the end of Stevie Jessup. 4 days later, Palmer wrote himself the first letter.
He wrote them himself. There was no murder, no blackmail.
No murder, no blackmail. When I got back to New York, I rented a room in Queens. Not as Stevie Jessup. Stevie Jessup was dead. As Larry Prosciutto. The name was Palmer's idea, too. It cracked him up. He said it sounded like a hitman. So, you paid Palmer, and Palmer paid me to stay put in Queens.
Wait till I get my hands on him.
Mrs. Forrester, I don't have much time. I got shafted here tonight, and I need some answers.
You've got the wrong girl.
I got Palmer out of here so I can talk to you. You must know something. The red dress?
I don't know anything. Wait, you got Palmer out of here?
That was me on the phone. He made it sound like he was talking to the cops. I told him to meet me in the back row of one of those porno houses on 42nd Street.
Why?
When Palmer hired me to fake the robbery, he didn't tell me someone was gonna get hurt.
Wait, when Palmer hired you?
Yeah,
But Ted hired you.
Ted. Who's Ted?
Ted Cotton, the man you shot in my bedroom.
You mean the man Palmer shot in your bedroom?
Well, I guess I've gone around the bend. Palmer hired you to fake the robbery, and Palmer shot Ted.
Right.
And I don't know who's on third.
Huh?
How much was Palmer going to pay you?
10 grand. I never laid eyes on Ted Cotton before I walked into this room tonight.
Ted and I have been planning this robbery for weeks. Every detail. The locks, the chloroform, the safe, exactly the way you did it. The robbery was just a setup. We were going to kill Palmer. Wait, you're not a cop, are you?
Hell no. I'm an actor.
This has been a very bad day for me.
So, you were going to burn Palmer. That's heavy.
I count on your discretion.
How are you going to do it?
After you left, Ted was going to shoot him.
And tell the cops I did it.
Not you, the junkie.
Is that what Palmer told them?
Yes.
Either way, I'm wanted for murder.
Not you, the junkie.
Mrs. Forrester, if they catch the junkie, I go to jail. I'll tell you one thing. It was a black fucking day when I met your husband. First, he tries to put a hole in me, then he frames me for blowing away this cotton guy.
He tried to kill you?
When Palmer opened the safe, instead of pulling out the 10 grand he promised me, he pulls out a 45 and puts a big one in cotton. And then he turns on me. And that's where he made a mistake. I wasn't about to stick around for Act 2. Not this kid. I got a reading on Monday. I picked up the lamp on the desk and belted him. And when I did, he dropped the gun. I got it, lady, right here. And I picked it up by the barrel. His prints are still on it.
Then we've got him!
We? I kind of like the sound of that. Something's bugging me. Something's really bugging me.
What is it?
When Palmer called me a couple of months ago, he told me the Stevie Jessup game was over. You wouldn't pay anymore.
He was right.
He said he had another scam. Really big dough this time. Enough to keep me in 8x10s for the rest of my life.
$10,000 to fake a robbery.
You got it. He sent me all my instructions through the mail to the address in Queens. I got a blueprint down to the very last detail. The layout of the apartment, how many people, the timing, the works. He even wrote my dialogue. So, how could the blueprint I got from Palmer be the same plan you made with Ted?
Coincidence?
You think it was a coincidence they planned to fake a robbery on the same night, in the same place, with the same cast?
I guess not.
Maybe we could ask Palmer. He could be on his way back. What do you want to do?
Something very special.
Kill it! We've got to kill it.
No, I can't. We could call the police. We have the gun. We can prove that Palmer killed Ted.
And he can prove that you and Ted tried to kill him. Attempted murder. And I'm an accessory. No cops. We've got to kill him before he kills us.
Us? No, I can't. Oh, God, tell me what to do. What do you mean, us?
I saw him kill Cotton. He can't let me walk around healthy.
But why would Palmer want to kill me?
Why were you going to kill him?
Ted?
Palmer would never kill for love. But he would for money.
Or good notices.
What was the payoff of your plan with Ted?
A brief period of mourning.
The two plans were identical.
So?
So they had to have the same payoff.
I think I got it.
You were the target.
Let's kill him.
I'll need Ted's gun. I can't use Palmer's. Mine's a prop. It's loaded with blanks.
It's upstairs, taped to the underside of the desk, on the left. No, wait.
It's up to you, Mrs. Forrester.
Call me Angie.
You've always had impeccable taste in music.
And husbands. How are things at headquarters?
Busy. How are things at home?
As they should be. Did you identify the suspect?
He wasn't the man.
You're sure?
Positive. He was much too tall. Blonde, blue-eyed. He looked a little like your cousin Ralph. I've always hated your cousin Ralph. I want you to know that.
He's crazy about you.
So, all's quiet? No calls, no visitors?
No hits, no runs, no errors.
My witty darling, where is he? Where is he hiding, Angie? Is he lurking about in the shadows?
Who?
You don't know what you're doing, my sweet. You're playing parlor games with a very dangerous man.
I never knew just how dangerous you were. Until tonight.
Not me, Prosciutto.
Who?
The man is a killer.
What man? I don't see any man.
He works for a loan shark. He's here to kill you.
Don't say.
I was taking you down, paying my debt to my own personal jaws. And you stopped paying me I stopped paying him. He didn't like that. He took it very personally.
And now he wants to kill me. Why?
Because if you die, I become a very rich man. He'll get his money and more.
The envelope, please. And the winner is... It's over, Palmer. She was here. She told me everything. There is no Larry Prosciutto.
Is that what she told you? Did she tell you the one about the unemployed actor on the beach? Oh, honey, you didn't buy it, did you? Did she show you her equity card?
Stop laughing!
Did she tell you she was Stevie Jessup?
Shut up, Palmer!
You idiot! There is no Stevie Jessup. There never was. I made her up. I even got the name out of a play. You saw it. Murder Among Friends. We closed in Philly.
You're lying.
For God's sakes, believe me, the woman is a killer.
Then why didn't she kill me?
How the hell should I know? Oh God. She wants to kill me. That's it, isn't it? That's why she called me, get me out of the house to talk you into killing me. Is that it? Angie, tell me.
No,
Of course it is. Don't you see you'll be paying her for the rest of your life?
Oh my God, Palmer, do you know what I've done?
Where is she? You've got to tell me where she is.
It's too late. She's...
Where is she? Don't you understand? There's only one thing we can do. We've got to kill her before she kills you. You've got to help me kill her.
Yes, yes, I'll help you. Just tell me what to do.
Don't move, either of you. Don't move a fucking inch or I'll blow you both in half. That's better. Hi, Palmer. How was the movie?
The man in the black socks was terrific.
Mrs. Forrester, over here with your husband.
I believed you.
I said over here.
Angie, the gun! Get the gun! Kill her! Kill her! Thank you, my darling. Thank you for believing me. Quite frankly, I think that was the best performance I've ever given. Incidentally, you just shot a very bad actor. I haven't heard an accent like that since Tommy Wiseau. What the hell's going on?
Ted and I were going to kill you.
No, darling. Ted and I were going to kill you.
Ted took your plan to kill me and gave it to me so I could kill you.
That bastard.
He loved me.
Angie, pull yourself together. Ted loved Ted. If he ran out of cigarettes, he would have smoked his own mother. What about the bloody red dress?
It was a signal, not to chloroform me.
Ah, now I understand about Bert's dress. Well, well, well. When Ted defected to you, he must have written to Jessup and Queens and told her not to chloroform the lady in red. Good for Ted, I didn't think he had it in him.
Your plan didn't work, Palmer.
The evening went badly. I admit, I was never gonna pay that beach girl. I was gonna kill her. Heroic, don't you think? Killing the intruder who murdered my wife and my agent. I was quite surprised to find your $25,000 in the safe. Finders keepers. It's all snugly tucked away with the other contents of the safe the police are now so busily searching for.
Why did you kill Ted?
I didn't need him anymore. He was expendable, like Jessup. You, my darling, were the main attraction. I was gonna give you an overdose of chloroform.
And now?
A tragic turn of events. The junkie came back. You killed each other. It won't be easy for me. I loved you once. I did. But I don't anymore. Lieutenant Brandon? Palmer Forster, the actor? Lieutenant, thank God you're still there. My wife has been murdered. Yes, the junkie came back. He's dead too. They must have struggled over the gun. Yes, he called me. He pretended to be the police to get me out of the house. I was halfway to the station when I realized I was being duped. When I returned, they were... I found them. Oh God, Lieutenant, hurry, please hurry. No, I won't touch anything. Worthy of Tony. to us.
Lieutenant Brennan, please. Palmer Forster, the actor. Lieutenant, thank God she's still there. My wife's been murdered. Yes, they're taking me back. He's dead too. They must have stolen him the gun.
Another inspiring performance. And it's all on tape.
I couldn't have missed.
You've got Jessup's gun. It's a prop. I've got Ted's. It's not.
Good, buddy.
Oh shit. But the blood?
Max Factor. Yours.
And we've got your gun, Palmer. The one you used on Ted, the one you tried to use on me.
I've been looking for it everywhere.
And it's got your fingerprints all over it. Just yours.
How very considerate of you to tell me. May I have it?
Fat chance. I still think we should kill him. I heard what you said about my accent.
No. I want him in a cell. And I want him to live a long time. You don't have to worry about going to the William Morris Agency, Palmer. You're going to prison.
It's the same thing. I don't fancy incarceration, I really don't. Incidentally, I'd forget that tape if I were you. Your little plot with Ted is on it too. Attempted murder, sweetheart.
Oh, I intend to erase that part.
Here they come.
They'll never convict me, you know. I'll give the performance of my life on the stand. I'll be acquitted. Then I'll write a bestseller. How are you going to explain her to the police?
There's nothing to explain. She's a friend. A very good friend. You are, aren't you? A very good friend.
Happy New Year, Angie. It's gonna be a hell of a year.
Happy New Year, Stevie.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Happy New Year, Palmer. Happy New Year.